Hi, today is the 6th of July and we need to have a look again at the Nifty. If you recall, in the last video that I recorded on the 2nd of July, we were here, right here. And at that time I had forecasted a sharp move up and a probable continuation of this whole upswing in wave 3 of 3. If that would have been the case, we should have gone up very fast and should have been nearing 9900 around this time. However, that did not happen, and what we see now is that this was actually a move which was contained in three waves: an up move, a triangle, and another up move. And we did make almost a new high, but there are worrying signals here, and I'll tell you why. First is that the momentum in this move was much less than would have been there in an impulse wave. A lot of big stocks were not moving, like Larsen & Toubro, Kotak Bank and others. And then finally there was selling pressure seen as we approached this high. And when we were actually approaching this high, I in fact had another wave count in mind, and that's why I asked everybody to book out of their long positions and not to carry any long positions for tomorrow. To get more clarity on what's going on, let us have a look at the Bank Nifty as well. Now this is the Bank Nifty, and the Bank Nifty, you will observe, came down in almost three waves and then rose in A, B and C. And this correction or this rise actually retraced 0.618 times wave A. So we are labeling this as wave B, which actually comprised of A, B and C, where wave A was exactly equal to wave C. And then all this rise was contained in a parallel channel. So what is this? This looks like a zigzag where A is finished, B is finished, and we are looking for a wave C correction to the downside. And this is the correction we are looking at. This correction will be confirmed if this channel is broken at 23,378, and the ideal target for this correction would be wave A is equal to wave C, and let's see where that is. The ideal target will be 22,636. So this is pretty clear. And so where does that leave the Nifty? Let's go back to the Nifty. So this is the Nifty once again, and if you remember, in my last video I did mention that there is a possibility that this correction is not over and we are going to go up and then come back down to make another zigzag. So this was the first zigzag, which was a flat, actually not a zigzag, and then this was a three wave move, and now we are set to go down, it seems. So what is this then? So this then makes this as a W. This is an X, and we are now set to go down in wave Y. Now if you look at the whole structure, the structure is that of a flat again. This was a flat and in three waves. We have a three wave correction, which is in A, B and C for wave X. And then we are going down again in wave Y, which is another wave down, which would correct this whole flat structure. Now the minimum target would be 9451, but the ideal target would be 9298. So that is what we are looking at right now, and that's why at the close of trade, just in the first 15 minutes before the close of trade, I had issued a warning to everybody that please close all long positions. Now I may be wrong. It is possible that this whole upstream may morph into another impulse and we may gap up sometime and go with greater force, and then we are okay and we are happy with 10,000 plus Nifty. But the more probable thing which is likely to happen is a sharp gap down tomorrow and a further down move in 5 waves all the way either to 94.51 or to 92.98, and that would then complete the whole correction. Now remember, if you see the daily chart we have such a big up move, and this correction itself is very, very small in time as well as in price. Therefore another correction down to 92.98 would be more appropriate and therefore would lead to a much bigger up move after that. So keep that in mind, folks, and I hope that helps. Happy trading and all the best. Bye.